Hello, I'm not sure if anybody's going to see this or not because I've only just decided to go live because I'm doing something different today rather than building the house. So I'll show you what I'm up to. So there's the house, and I'm having a day off because I'm basically burnt out. I needed a rest from it, so I decided to clear a little bit of the forest at the back of the house here. And if you watch some of my other live streams or my videos, you'll see that we have a German bunker over there and another one. There's actually three there. One's intact and two are completely destroyed. But I decided to clear out the back of this is the house, that's my Batovka, and this is the back. It's not really my land, but it's kind of spare land. It's forestry, and the risk is if this forest is unused, which it is, nobody comes in here, nobody even walks in here. The risk is that there's so much dead wood and so much undergrowth that if there was a fire, it would burn through here like something going out of fashion and burn the house down. There was a fire a couple of years back at the back of those houses, those two houses, and the field caught fire, and it came right to the houses and burnt the fence down. It stopped there. On this side, obviously, there's nothing between me and the forest, so I've got the rights here in Russia to clear this forest a bit. So that's what I'm doing. You can see I've got here, I'm clearing out this bit here, and I know there's a second. If you don't know, there was a German trench ran across my land, anti-tank ditch, I think it was. Basically dug out both sides and created a big berm in the middle. And as I went through here looking around, we found there was another ditch just to the back here, exactly the same thing, a berm with a ditch either side. And then I thought, well, that'll make a great fire stop. If I have to clear the forest just to that trench, it'll make a great fire stop. So if there was a fire, then it's not going to come any further. It'll be like a fire break. And so I was going through just now, and what I've discovered, well, I knew the second trench came down here and it goes down there somewhere. There's another trench there. I'm not sure if that's a war trench or something later on, because there's pylons up above and it runs underneath there. So I think that's a modern add-on. But this is the old German, the second line of German war trenches, and I thought I was up there that end, and I followed the trench down, and then it sort of opens up there, and I was coming down this way, and I found what I think is a mortar pit. It's very, very square. Look, if you look here, which is where I thought I'd make the fire break. Look here, it's very square. It's been dug out along there. It's hard to see on camera, I suppose, but it's been dug out, and it's a very, very square looking pit. So I think there's another bunker there somewhere, but where, who knows. But that's, I think, is a pit here or something. And that there, I don't know. I thought that was another bunker there, but I don't think it is. I think this is it's very square, so I think it's a mortar pit or something like that. So that's what my discovery today. And that trench, it runs on into that trench and then runs up there. I've not actually cleared it out, so I'm not sure where it goes. But if I was to go at the other end of the woods here, I was to go at the other end of the woods, then it opens up into the trench. I will take a walk up there actually, because it's not very far. It's only a few meters. Just remembering how to get to it exactly. It's a bit of a trial to get through the forest here. I've got every right here to clear this out, by the way. You're allowed to clear 3 meters behind the house for fire risk, and this is not going to be used, so why not clear it out and make it accessible again? Because it's a lovely forest. It's just neglected and not managed at all. So it just needs to be cleared up a bit. If you come through here, it's a little bit overgrown, as you can see. But if I go down here and try and get to this other end of the trench, I'm not sure what's in the middle, but This is very difficult to get through the undergrowth here. Very thick. Like I say, it's unkept. My intention is to get to this trench and create a fire break in the forest. I'm not going to be. Hello, Marata. Difficult to get through here. Hold on. This is some job to get through. Bloody Germans building trenches everywhere. But that's what happens when you live in a historic place, I suppose. But if you went through here, it does open up into a big trench here. It's not overgrown at all. I think that's it down. I think along here. Yeah, okay, so if you go through here, this was all cleared of mines. We found one, we had one mine turn up on our, there's the other end of the trench system that runs. So if you can imagine, it runs up there somewhere, and then down here, this is the, you can see they've done the same as they did on my land. They've dug it out and piled it up in the middle, and I guess the same. I haven't been to the other side, but I'm guessing there'll be a trench, a similar kind of trench at the other side there, and that's what's left from the Germans. The Germans. I've never been to the other side, so let's see if I can get up here. Oh, you. So there you go. Yeah, exactly the same. So yeah, they've dug it out. You can see they've dug it out from one side and the other side and created this berm, this anti-tank ditch here. The first one was on my land, or there may have been others, I don't know. And this is the second anti-tank ditch. So, but I think it'd make a great fire break if I clear up to here. It'd make a great fire break in the forest. So if it does catch a fire, then there'll be no danger to us, and yeah, clear the forest as well. That'll be good. But it's just an impromptu live stream. I just thought, well, it's daylight, and while I was clearing a bit of the forest, I'd show you what's here. I can show you if anybody asks me to, if you write in the comments, I can see the chat. If you write in there, if you want to see the other German bunkers a bit closer up, I can take you to the bunkers. They're just right across for like 10 metres from my house. I'm not sure if anybody's interested in that. It's a trek to get through here. It's very, very overgrown. Absolutely unkept. Nobody's ever used this forest probably since ever. The last people that used this forest were the Germans when they surrounded the town during the Second World War and practically destroyed the town. There's photos in there. They've got some photos in the town here. They're up publicly, and you can see German tanks in the main street. They absolutely destroyed the place. Devastated it. In fact, it was a long siege. It was almost like the siege of Leningrad, a very, very long siege here. Why? I don't know. Why they haven't looked at the history of the why this particular place was important, but obviously was for some reason. That's some job. Let's climb through this. Yeah, I've got all this to clear out. It's actually very easy to clear this out. It's not. It looks like a massive job, but it's not. Because a lot of it is, this stuff's dead. You don't need to cut it. You just literally pull it and it comes down. Then bring in the trimmer and sort of chop the undergrowth down. It doesn't take long at all. That was some job. But there we go. Back to so that's where the second line of German trenches is, just there. And that pit there, which is, I think it looks like a mortar pit or something. There's a bit of bunker right here. There's a bit of German bunker here, a big square piece. And there's another piece which I'm using as a bridge into my land. I think what happened there was I'll take this one of the German bunkers right across the way here. It's beside our neighbour's house. That one, apparently after the war, there's an old guy who lives here down the road, and he was here as a child, and he said at the end of the war, when they cleared up the mines and whatever, old munitions, they stacked them all in this bunker here beside this. Obviously this house wasn't here then. They stacked them all in this bunker here and blew the lot up, and the bunker's totally destroyed. And I think probably that piece of bunker there may have flown from here. It's kind of in the same direction, but I'll never know, will I? That's a part of a bunker there that we used. There's a bunker over there, and they're made out exactly of these blocks in the field over there. And so it's obvious where it came from. One of the bunkers. I'll take you down here and show you this bunker down here. This is neighbour's house. This is actually. It's designated. This is designated a road. Can you believe it? That is a road. Yeah, I don't think it'll be getting built anytime soon, will it? The end of my land. This is a road, and this road is supposed to run down here, but obviously it's not. And there's another part of bunker, and that's another piece of concrete bunker there. And if you go through here, there is what's left. The remains of a bunker. So I can get through here. Even forgot where it is, but it is here. There it is. So that's the German bunker that they blew up with the mines. What's left of it? Yeah, that's part of the, you see these blocks that they've got. That's the roof, I suppose, and that's where it was. A big hole there now. But yeah, that's one bunker that's completely destroyed. There's nothing left of that. And the other bunker there's another one over here. There's another one over there. I haven't seen it. I haven't been to it yet. I've got too much to do other than hunting old German bunkers. But the complete bunker has not been destroyed at all, other than sort of shell fire, you know, and it's full of holes and whatever. But the other bunker is right down here. I'll show you this. I'm kind of curious to what's inside it, but I'm also wary of clearing a path to it, because it's a bit of a taboo subject here with these things, you know, the glorification of Nazis and whatever. So I'm very wary of clearing a path to it. So, but I can show you from a distance. But it is. I don't know if I can zoom while I'm on live. Oh yeah, I can. Okay, so it's right there, if you can imagine the centre. Hold on. I could have left a little bit. If you can imagine where that post is, just behind that post, if you look straight, there's a tree in the background. That's this tree in the left hand side. At the bottom of that, that's where the bunker is. That's a complete bunker that's not been destroyed. And if you go this way, that was some job. Knackered now. And if you go this way onto the main road, which is, I mean, we call it a main road, it's the main road down to the lake, but it's not in use very much. It's very quiet. But if you go this way, there's two bunkers. Oh, it's a bit overgrown now. Maybe you can't see them. Oh, you can actually. So there's one bunker right there, and then there's another bunker over there, and then there's two more over there I haven't located. So that's the closest one there to these two. So you can imagine they're going to the lake. So you got bunker there, and then two more over here somewhere that I've not seen. Somebody told me there's two more down there. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7 bunkers, and apparently there was a lot more here, and there's a whole row of them down here, and they were removed after the war. They were all destroyed. That's the remains of whatever's left of them. It's interesting. When I got this land, I didn't realise there was any German bunkers here or anything, and the neighbour told me straight away, "Oh, there's a German bunker there." "Oh, is there?" Yeah, and he pointed that one out, and then the other one, and then another one in the forest there behind that I've not seen. I'm suspecting with the 2 trenches that are on my side, I'm going to come across another one. But we'll see what happens. Well, that's a little live stream, show you what's a bit of history in the daytime of what's going on here. I'll give you a quick tour of the house that I'm building before I finish. I've not done anything on it today. Since the last live, I think it was the last live stream yesterday. I haven't done anything since, but I'll give you a very quick look at what I'm up to. So I've got the kitchen windows. Oh, I'm very, very zoomed in here, aren't I? So yeah, there we go. So that's the kitchen front end. So you can imagine if you can stand back here. That's going to be the front entrance in that door there, and this is an entrance way onto the balcony or terrace, which is going to be here. It is there. So there'll be these are only temporary stairs, by the way. They're nothing special about them. But that'll be the entrance way onto the terrace. There's going to be the roof will actually come right at just past the terrace here, so the rest will be completely covered, and then there'll be a little fence around to keep the dogs out. And that's what we're at so far. That's the kitchen, and that's the sklad behind, which is the boiler room, whatever. It's finished now. Got the studs in. There's a lot of stud work to go in yet. I've got all this to do. There's a lot of it. There's a lot of work to go in here yet. A lot of things to do in it. This wood's not great. You can see when I've done these joints, this is okay, but some of them are quite poor. Where there's one here particularly where I've hit a knot here. You see a knot and it's come out, so that's got to be filled in with a bit of expanding foam. But generally the joints are good. Mainly, you see a bit of timber here, look, on the corner. You see where I've cleared off the bark from this. You can see there, I've cleared out the bark. It's okay, it's an internal wall, not going to do anything. It is there. So there's quite a lot of work to do. There's when you're putting on the final finish. So in this case, it'll be imitation Bruce, which is like tongue and groove in English, I suppose. You need something to put it onto. So on this case, we've got something. On this case, we haven't. So there's got to be an extra piece put in there to do that. On here, again, an extra piece has to go in there to connect to. It's same with all the corners. So there's a lot of stud work to go in. I was doing a bit of repairing of the holes in some of the wood. And that's just a bit of expanding foam I put in, just an experiment. It's like when you get this stuff, it's very wet, obviously, and when you build it, and then when it sits here in the open air, everything starts to super dry. I mean, it was sitting like 3 months before I started the build, so it was dry, but it wasn't completely dry. It needs probably 2 years to dry out properly. So when it's up here in the wind, in the open air, it's completely drying, and what happens is these eyes in the wood dry out and then they fall out. I've noticed one the other day. I can't find it again now, but they dry out and then they drop out, and you're left with a hole in the wood. So the only thing you can do really is either cut it out and put a piece in, or put expanding foam in there to sort it out. And I tend to go with expanding foam. It's not structurally going to do anything. It's only an eye in the wood, but it's not pretty to see it, But expanding foam does the trick, just to make sure there's no drafts come into the house. Yeah, that's a little bit of an impromptu live stream today. Not really on the build, just on this area. That's where the road's supposed to be, the internal road. Yeah, okay. Maybe in my lifetime it might get built. I doubt it, but that was the idea of this area. Actually, was that it was all these are building plots, and the plan was that they were going to give the plots to young couples under rental agreement for 50 years, and under that agreement, they were to build a house on it, and if they built a house on it, then you register the land as your own because you worked it, kind of thing. And all you're paying is administration fees to register land as your own. So you pay it's about 7,000 rubles to buy the land from the government. So but I mean, I was saying this yesterday actually. If you were given that plot there, so say was beyond the road, say the next bit, you're given that plot there. There's no electric down there. There's no gas down there. There's no water down there, and there's no road access. So you give that to a young couple. What are they supposed to do? Or they give you a plot in the middle of that. What are you supposed to do? So that big people, young couples come, took one look and turned around and went away again, and didn't take the offer up. Took an offer up in some other place, and consequently, because of that, there was no takers. Nobody's ever took the land. So they ended the program last year, and now the land is just sitting vacant. So I'm going to try and get that plot behind me. I want to take that where the forest is. I want to take that plot to prevent anybody else getting it, basically. So I can leave it as forest. I'm not going to cut anything down. It'll just stay as forest. Just want to clear it out. That's all. You see, I've got all this up here to clear out yet. And I'll tell you one good thing about clearing out the forest. There's a marked improvement with the amount of flying insects. The midges and the mosquitoes. It cuts them down by about 90%. As soon as you start clearing out, this area is. I know that it's. If you go in there and shake the bushes, like a million mosquitoes and things, midges come out at you and start trying to gnaw you to death. So that's all got to be cleared away. That has definitely got to be cleared away. And then probably this here as well, as a fire break, is going to have to be cleared right back to this area. I'll probably clear back about I don't know, about 15 meters or so back to the second line of split willows down there. Probably clear that up. There's actually 5 apple trees in here, so we want to get access to them as well. We've got 1 apple tree, old apple. It's a wild apple tree, but it produces good apples, and there's another one at the end there. So, but this area is full of apples. You can see it's one of the branches come down off there. That's got to be sorted out. It's not pretty to look at, if anything else. So I'll get the chainsaw and sort that out at some point. See another one falling down there. These split willows. The beautiful silver birch there, which hopefully will be okay. The trouble is, when it's so overgrown like this, what tends to happen is that the trees grow very tall very fast, but they grow very thin at the base. It's like they grow super fast and tall, but because they're so thin, because they've grown so fast, they become unstable. And this is the kind of result you get: things falling over and breaking. So now once it's opened up and all this undergrowth's removed, a lot more light will get in there, and hopefully that will stop it, and they'll get more stable at the base. Take a while, but that's a topple we've got. That is kind of, yeah, it's kind of not good looking, is it? It's covered in moss. But again, this, you can see where with the undergrowth was up to this. This my land here was all the same as that there. It was the same as that there, basically. There's no difference. It took me about 10 days to clear it out, and then 2 trips with an excavator to level it off. But yeah, that's hopefully this topple will be okay. Hopefully it'll come back to life. It's very nice in the summer when it's in full leaves. But yeah, that's the and of course this here has to be cleared out as well. You can see the midges flying about here, starting to gnaw at me now. It's okay when there's no when there's a breeze. There's no mosquitoes or midges. They disappear very quickly. But there's no breeze today, so they're starting to come out again. They sort of gnaw on anything that happens to be around, and I'm here, so don't know about. Anyway, a little live stream. Thanks for watching. Thank you for joining me. I'll end this live stream now and carry on with my clearing of the forest.